Hi folks, this is Karim Rao from IT Visualizer channel. We will continue our lab, the Terminator lab. This is the video number 8. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We have been discussing a script that will automate the deployment of the file server, okay, as a feature. So it will install the feature of a file server and file server resource manager, and then it will create automatically folders for sharing them for departments, and it will create folders to be acting as an Active Directory home folder. So this script will create folders and share them, and then set both SMB and NTFS permissions. Okay, so this is for the department folders that will be shared. Okay, then it will create Active Directory home folders for each user in the Active Directory, and setting the full control permission on each folder for each Active Directory user. So if Karim is the user in the Active Directory, he will have full control over his Active Directory home folder. Then the same script will set the quota on or the quota for every Active Directory home folder and every department share. So there will be a quota, okay, and then there will be also some file screening rules or file screening templates that will be applied to these department shares and Active Directory home folders, okay. And all of these are done using only one script. So this script will create a lot of things. It will install the file server feature and the file server resource manager feature, will create folders, will share them, will set the SMB share permissions, the NTFS share permissions. It will create Active Directory home folders, will set the permissions on them, will create quotas for every folder created and every share added, and there will be some file screening rules that will be applied to these file shares. Okay, we have discussed this script, or this is the script that we have discussed earlier. This is the script we have discussed every line in the script theoretically. So we need today we will see this is part 1, or the previous video was part 1. Part 2, you will see how this will be done practically. We'll see this script in action, and we will verify that every line in the script is implemented and it is working. So let's see or begin seeing the practical implementation of this script. So we have stopped the last time at this minute in the video, minute 16:36, and we are pausing at the script itself. So let's see how it will be implemented and how we can verify that. So this is the script, and then we will implement it by pressing this green button. Okay, so now the script started, or start logging. This is the first line of the script. It will begin logging, and the log file, it is this text file. Okay, and it will begin the script, or every line in the script it will be implemented. So now it will go to the internet and grab the NTFS security PowerShell module, and then it will import it, of course. Now it's telling you that you will go and get some modules from outside. He's saying that this PowerShell module, it's not trusted anyway. Don't worry, it is a trusted one. So we just tell him yes, and then it will begin downloading, okay, the NTFS security module. Before that, it is installing a small module. I think it will help him to get the PowerShell NTFS module. Okay, maybe a small script or something. Anyway, so we will see after a minute that it will pop up a message. Okay, he's going to install the NTFS. Okay, this is message, or let me go further back. Okay, if we pause the video at this is because he will install the NTFS PowerShell module. So the previous one, he is installing something that will help him install the NTFS PowerShell module. Okay, so then he's telling you this PowerShell module NTFS, it is not from a trusted reciprocity. Anyway, tell him yes to all, because this script or this is PowerShell module. I have seen that Microsoft is talking about it. It is trusted or it is used already. Okay, so we will continue. Yes to all. Then it will install the NTFS installing package NTFS security module. Okay, it is downloading it and unzip it and then installing it. Okay, installing the package, and then he will import the module to the PowerShell module, to the PowerShell session. Now he is beginning implementing the couple of lines here. He will create a main folder, then he will create subfolders in it. They are listed in these folders .txt file. Okay, and then he will continue. Then after that he will begin setting the SMB share permissions, then the NTFS share permissions. Okay, we will not see this here because this cube or this message, it is blocking our view. Anyway, we will verify everything after the script is finished. We will go and test every line, or we'll see every line if it is implemented or not. Okay, so he's working with the script. I think he's in the phase now of setting the NTFS permissions. Okay, for the department folders, okay, or department shared folders. Okay, so now don't worry, we will verify every line. We will see that. I will check, or you will see in the video, I will check everything if the script implemented everything I listed in or not. Okay. So as we see, it will take some time. Now, I think now it is now this is in the phase of NTFS permissions. So before, I think he was implementing the SMB share permissions. Now he is implementing the NTFS permissions. When it comes to the Active Directory home folders, we will see, I will know because there is some indicator, or a pop-up message will appear. Okay, so here he is creating the folder, the main folder that will contain all of the Active Directory home folders. Okay, this is BioShips. We have discussed this before. Now he is creating the Active Directory home folders for the different Active Directory users. Okay, we can see here that every user, there is a line indicating that his Active Directory home folder is created successfully. Okay, we will check that. We will go to the Active Directory and go to the Profile tab and see if a random user will have Active Directory home folder. Okay, now I think now he will begin, after finishing the Active Directory home folders creation, he will set the file server quota, or the quota on the folders, and the file screening rules. Okay, it will take some time. And after applying this quota and file screening, he will begin importing our mapping group policy, which will map the department shares as network map drive. Okay, so now we can see all of this is finished. So we have already finished all of things, even importing this group policy. Now he have ended uh, logging the script. Okay, here we can see this is this is data cube is created, and all of the folders, subfolders are created in it. So this is good. We will see the share permissions. If you go to sharing, okay, and security, here we can see this are the NTFS permissions, so they are set successfully, and the folder is shared. Okay, and we can see also the SMB share permissions, so we can see all of the department share folders are created. Okay, now we can go to the Active Directory and see if the Active Directory home folders are created. If we go first, we can see if the quotas are created for the folders. We need to refresh. Anyway, this will not appear automatically. I think we need to close the console as a whole and open it back. Anyway, we will go and choose a random user to see if the Active Directory home folder is created or not. If you open, for example, maybe this user, and we open, first of all, I think I will take a random user and log in with it on this server. Why? To see the network map drives. So this is a user in the IT. The IT department share folder should appear for him, and also his Active Directory folder. So I am setting a password, a new password for this user, and then I will log in with it on this server so we can see the department share folder as network map drive, and to see his Active Directory home folder. So we will see that in a moment. We will restart and we will have a look. Okay, and we will see if the department network map drive folder or driver, the department mapped drive, if there is any quota set on it, and we will see if the Active Directory home folder also will have any quota on it. Okay, so let's see. We will restart the server. It will take some time, and then we will log in with the username and see the different things. Okay, so basically you have everything set. The file server is set, the department or the shares are set, the permissions are set as SMB and NTFS. Everything is set. Okay, so by this we have completely created a file server with all of its shares and permissions in one script. Okay, so this is will save us a lot of time. Okay, so now it is still waiting, or please wait until you log in. In the upcoming video, we will discuss another script that will create the WSOS feature, or will install the WSOS server and configure it and do a lot of configuration. All of this will be done using one script. Okay, one script will install WSOS, will configure the updates needed, or the updates that will the WSOS server will get when it will communicate with the Microsoft server. A lot of things actually this script will do. So first of all, we need to go to the keyboard, attend to input, so we can now log in. Okay, so we'll put the username. Okay, this is a domain admin. Okay, for the Skynet HQ headquarter. Okay, so we will wait and see. Of course, we will see the background applying. Okay, and then the network map drive policy. This is also applied. We will see that in a moment. And this is the login script. So this is a user in the Skynet HQ headquarters. We will see that the background, it will be reflecting the location. Okay, here is Skynet HQ, so we can know from the background that we are currently in the headquarters branch. If it is Africa, it will be called Skynet Africa HQ. Okay, so now we can see this is the desktop. Oh, sorry, this is the icon of this PC, and it changed to reflect the PC name or the server name. Now we can see that this is there are two shares. Okay, this is the department share. Sorry, so this is the Active Directory home folder for the user, and this is HQ admins or HQIT admin. So we can see these are two network map drive. One reflecting the Active Directory home folder for the user, and the other is reflecting the department share of the user. Okay, so we can see there is a quota with 40 gigabyte, and this will be 5. Okay, but it doesn't appear because there is a lot of text uh, on it, and we have a lot of things, but be sure that there are two quotas. Okay, so that means that our group policy or network map drive group policy is working, especially for the department shares. The quota is working, everything is working. Okay, and especially we can see HQ. That means that this specific network map drive, it is for the HQ IT, not for any other one. Okay, it will not appear for any IT unless he is a member of the Skynet HQ IT admins. Okay, so this is perfect. Here we can see this is 40 gigabyte. Anyway, this is not 40 gigabyte, it's 5 gigabyte because it doesn't appear here, but I remember I have made the quota to be 5 gigabyte, or maybe 40. I remember I maybe made the two 40 gigabyte. Anyway, so we can see that the department shares are mapped, and then we can see I need to go to get the console actually, because it was on the user, which was called Kera Off, or the admin, local administrator on this server. So I'm just copying the console and open it. Just we will choose a random user, and we can see that the Active Directory home folder is created, and it is mapped to every user as an L drive. We will see that in a moment. We will go and check that. So we open any user and go to the profile tab. We will see that the Active Directory home folder section, it is filled with data. Okay, so we will wait for a moment. I think this maybe is getting too far. Okay, anyway, so now we will open any user or any random user. Okay, for example, this is a user and properties, and go to the profile tab. Here we can see this is the home folder, it is L, and this is the bioships, the main folder, and this is the folder of the user. Okay, so we can see that it's successfully implemented. Now I don't know what I am adding. Now I am adding computer management. Why computer management? To let you all see the different shares. So through computer management, we will go to a certain tab. Through it, we will see all of the shared folders on this server. So we'll go to computer management, then we'll go to storage, or system tools, I think. Yes, system tools, and then we will go to shared folders. If we tell him shares, these are all of the department shared folders. So we can see there is a lot of things here. If you open properties, any one of them, we can see the share permissions. This is the share permissions. As for the security permissions or NTFS permission, it will not appear from here. Okay, you should go to the folder itself and right click properties and then security. You will not see the NTFS permissions from here, from this tool. Okay, but these are the share permissions. We can see that they are set successfully. As for the NTFS permissions, we will go further. I will go and check it by myself, but it will not appear from here. Okay, it will not appear from this tool. We will go and see. Anyway, so the share permissions, we can see here that we have two uh, groups. Everyone have, for example, change permission, and another one will have full control. So that means that our SMB share permissions are applied successfully. Okay, and there is a lot of folders are shared. So folders are shared and SMB share permissions are added. We will see now the NTFS permissions. If you go to data queue, for example, and right click on any folder and properties, if we go to the security tab, we can see that there is the users or the groups are having NTFS permissions. So now everything is working. If you go to bioships, this is the Active Directory home folders. If we right click any one of them, we will see that a specific user have full control over his Active Directory home folder. If go to the file server and go to the quotas, we will see that there are quotas that will be set. Okay, just wait for a moment. We have, as you can see here, we have hard quota, okay, 40 gigabytes, and we have something called auto quota. These two are hard quotas, but one is a simple one, or it is a quota or a hard quota, and this is an auto quota. Okay, so we can see this is 40 gigabyte. Every user will have his Active Directory home folder data limit to be 40 gigabyte. As for the department shares, all of the departments will share a quota 40 gigabyte. This is the differences. Every user will have 40, but the departments as a whole will share a 40 gigabyte limit. Okay, so this we have discussed before. This is the location of the folder. If you go to the file screening management, if you go there, we will see that there is some rules. Okay, if you go for file screening and file screens, we can see that there are blocking audio and video files. So we have successfully implemented a lot of things. Shares are added, permissions are added, quotas are added, rules are added. Now we will take a snapshot because the upcoming video we begin applying the WSOS. So this is before WSOS applying. We will take a screenshot of the additional domain controller, and then we will go to the primary domain controller and take also a screenshot. Not a screenshot, a snapshot. This is like a partial backup. Okay, so now it will take some time. And then as we can see here, this is a very simple script that has done a lot of things actually. It will ease your work. It will do a lot of things. It will create folders, shares, setting quotas, and file screening. So now we will go and uh, take another snapshot from our primary domain controller WSOS. And now we are taking a snapshot. The upcoming video will be a larger script that will do a lot of things for the WSOS. It will do everything. Okay, it will set some rules, it will create some groups, it will approve some updates, it will install the WSOS feature and configure it. This all will be done using one script. So now it is still taking a snapshot. So now I think after that I will close the servers maybe. So yes, now I am closing the servers, or I am shutting them down. Okay, shut down. So I think this is the end of the video, but let me make sure, because I think I have only 1 minute left in the video. So now as we can see, if everything is planned well and written, and the scripts are written and tested. So before I am applying this script, I have tested them before, and this is my second time applying the scripts. Okay, so you should test your scripts in a virtual environment before applying them to your production environment. Okay, so you can see now it is closing the server. It will take some time, and then you need to go and close the primary domain controller. So I think maybe I can close this script. Okay, we'll close it, and then I'll go and shut down the other server. You can shut it down from here. So we can see there is two different ways to shut down the server: from start menu and then right click and shut down, or you can do it from the VirtualBox menu, from machine and tell him to APC shutdown. You can do this, okay, from this command. This is like right clicking and tell him to shut down if you do this ACPII shutdown option. Okay, you can do this. Okay, but what I will do, I think I will just close it from here or shut down from here. Okay, tell him to shut down, and that's it. Okay, this is the end of the video. Okay, we just have finished. Hope this video was informative for you all, and thank you all for viewing. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share the video. And if there is anything you need to ask me, please communicate with me through my Facebook channel, IT Visualizer, or through my Telegram channel, IT Visualizer, or email me on my private mail, kareem.raouf at gmail.com, KEREEM.raouf, RAOUF at gmail.com. Thank you so much and have a nice day.